नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली व नुसल्लिमु अला रसूलिहिल करीम रब्बि शरह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली अम्मा बअद फ़अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनुत्तक़ुल्लाह व कूनू मअस सादिक़ीन सदक़ल्लाहुल अज़ीम व सदक़ रसूलुहुन नबियुल करीम व नहनु अला ज़ालिका लमिनश शाहिदीन वश्शाकिरीन वल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन। Dear brothers of Islam, dear countrymen, dear friends, seniors, brothers, sisters, I revealed before you a revelation of God in which God orders and says men, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa kunu ma'as sadiqeen. O believers, adapt piety and get along with the truthful ones, means those who are true people, acquaint with them and be friends with them. Do sittings with them, form relations with them, join their congregations. God orders this to people. Now if half of the world understands and follow this revelation, you will see for yourself that how God turns the whole world into the land of prosperity. It will all be prosperous, and why will it be? If you ponder the first part of the verse, O believers, adapt piety. What exactly is piety? Piety is the name of fear of God. If people of world fear God, they will never do any wrong or evil, regardless of if there is a policeman or camera or not. They won't even think of doing such wrongdoings like theft, burglary, misbehave, beat someone, etc. Even if the person is full of power and possible victim is weak, the person still won't do bad, as he or she is not afraid of that person but afraid of God. He is afraid that if I do wrong with this person and if I get this person in pain, then God is watching and will surely punish me. Even if I run away from the people from that place, but God will not spare me, because I can't run away from God. So word piety in the Quran, in Arabic it is taqwa, which is repeated in the Holy Quran multiple times, and in the beginning of the book as well, Hudan lil Muttaqeen. This book is an absolute guide for those who are pious, who will be benefited with this book, that those who practice piety, those who fear God. Many people read this book, Muslims, non-Muslims, Christians, Hindus, Jews, many people read this book, but it guides who? It guides only those who fear God. Let me share with you an example by telling what God promised in the Quran. God says, those who adapt piety and practice piety, God announced 2 paradises for them. Yes, 2 paradises. You must have heard about Harun al-Rashid, as Shakespeare also wrote about him. Ruler Harun al-Rashid, one day in his castle, in his room with his wife Zubaydah, both were having good times, doing fun chat with each other. In that fun chat, his wife uttered and said, "You will enter hell." Harun al-Rashid uttered, "Seriously, if I am for hell, then you be divorced." Though they somehow just uttered such wrong words. They were not like the people of today's world. Like people say, I haven't filed for a divorce. It doesn't matter if I even uttered. I never wrote it. It doesn't matter. The divorce is all between human and God. If someone gives divorce to his wife and changes his statement later on, that person is actually changing the statement with God. There was no one else with Zubaydah and Harun al-Rashid, and they were the people of virtue, because he realized that I now have uttered such words, now she is forbidden for me. He told his wife to leave and go to a different room, and both were guilty and tensed, and were thinking out a way that what can be done, as both loved each other very much. They realized that this is a conditional divorce. In this situation, the condition is if Harun al-Rashid is going to enter hell, then they are divorced. Now who can tell if he will enter hell or heaven, as only God knows this. They called upon many scholars, many preachers, told them this situation, and we need a solution for this. Whoever they called upon, they were just one answer: "My Lord, this can't be figured, as this is God's discretion. We can't be sure who goes where. So we can't decide. And really, who else knows this but God himself? Then they invited the scholars of scholars, Hazrat Imam Abu Hanifa, and requested him to have a solution for this. Imam Abu Hanifa replied that, okay, I will take this case, but for that you will need to leave the throne and I will sit there to take this case. And I will be ordering and you will follow. You will be standing like an accused and cautioned like an accused. The king agreed to it, and the session began. Imam Abu Hanifa starts the proceeding and asks the king to give the statement, and the gift explains the whole situation. Imam Abu Hanifa said, okay, I understand the situation. Tell me that in all this time you have ruled so many years. During this time, did the fear of God come to your heart? The king took some time to think and said, yes, there was once that I feared. It came to me very hard, as I am the king, and to know the conditions and situation of the people of my kingdom, I used to disguise myself and go out in the city. One night I passed a house and heard a loud noise of crying. When I went close to the door of the house and put my ears on the door, I heard that someone inside is sick and in huge pain. I knocked the door and the girl asked, who is this? I replied that Harun al-Rashid, the king, and she rushed to open the door. I inquired about his father and she said that my father is in such pain and we don't even have a dime to buy a medicine or even eat food. The king said that come and see me tomorrow.